George Soros is finally in the crosshairs of an official investigation. And the people who are involved in this scandal, well, they have reason to sweat bullets. Before we get into that, please like, share, and comment Explain America. Join us. We really appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, George Soros is a Hungarian-born billionaire who somehow gained American dual citizenship. So he has been essentially a thorn in the side of the United States and several other countries, such as Great Britain, for decades. It's nice to see that an Attorney General like Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is taking Soros seriously for a change. And essentially, Soros has been funding organizations that have been aiding and abetting Texas Democrats to flee from their duties to the Texas people in the legislature there. As you know, there's a special session. There are some important items, not just redistricting, which is what the Democrats care about, but flood relief. 135 people lost their lives here. Dozens more went missing. It is a huge tragedy. And they need relief. And, these Texas Democrats don't care. They only care about their own power. They don't care about the Texas people. And this is a criminal operation they're engaged in. And Soros is one of them. So Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has launched an investigation into Texas Majority PAC, which is a political action committee funded in part by billionaire George Soros. So this is what Ken Paxton had to say about the investigation. Texas Majority PAC's actions seem to indicate that it may be using its Soros-funded resources to break the law and fund the illegal abandonment of public office. If that's the case, as determined by this investigation, there will be a heavy price to pay. There is a pattern of radical groups flush with out-of-state money interfering with the legislative process here in Texas, he added. We're going to expose that network and hold every part of it accountable. Well, that would be a refreshing change because it seems like George Soros has been able to get away with whatever he wants in politics for decades. And does that mean that he's closely associated and nested within our government, that certain bodies that are supposed to be watchdogs for the American people turn the other way because he's part of a huge funding machine where billions and billions and billions of dollars are washed through these radical organizations, so-called NGOs, which last time I checked, you can't be a non-government organization and take government money. It makes absolute no sense. So George Soros, his organization's under investigation in the state of Texas. And it's not the first one. Beto O'Rourke, we talked about this recently. His organizations also are under investigation for bribery towards the Texas Democrats who fled their duties and left us high and dry in Texas. It's not acceptable, and now they're being targeted for arrest. And Donald Trump signaled that he's willing to send the FBI after them to get them to do their duty. I mean, that's really the bare minimum we can expect from our legislators. Nobody made them run for office. And just because you don't like the majority and you don't like the bills being put up doesn't mean you don't vote on them and you just throw a temper tantrum and leave. Do your job, be a man, make your case of why something is wrong. And if you're outvoted, that's democracy, right, Democrats? Well, this has been Kyle Beck with Explain America. Please weigh in with your thoughts.